is going on, guys? It's DS Developments back. We have another video here. With today's video, I've actually gone ahead and made some changes from the last video that you might have seen with the black G37 sedan. In regards to that vehicle, listen guys, I wanted to get that car running so bad. I wanted to get it moving, looking nice, doing a complete upgrade on it. I wanted to do the whole thing to it, right? But with that car, I couldn't get it started, man. I mean, I literally went through BCM, ECM, fuses, IPDM box. I tried everything on that car. I could not get it started.
Yeah, interior is fraud.
So long story short, I sold the car to a buddy of mine to part out. I don't have the space to part out a car, or else I would have done that. But I could not get that car started. I tried everything. I tried reaching out to people, tried doing this, tried doing that. It didn't work. So, but in revelations of a new project, okay, I've actually got something very special, guys. Instead, we went ahead and copped a very new car. Not the car you see back here. That is something, that's something different as well. That's for another project here. But I will show you what we got our hands on. So let's take a look. And that's right, guys. We have gone ahead and purchased a 2004 Nissan 350Z. Now, this is actually technically my second 350Z. I used to have a 350Z that was a barn find, actually, with like some crazy low miles. It was like 35,000 miles on the car. It was really beat up because it sat outside and animals got into it. If I have a picture of it, I'll throw it up, but you know, that's in the past. This is the future. So now I know what you're looking at and you're like, wow, that is yeah, that it's looking fried here. Just to take a gander around, yes, it is all a little apart. I have been playing with it. Take a look inside. And yes, it is a 350Z manual. You can get your hands on the autos all day, any day, but it's a little bit more difficult to get your hands on a manual. Now, as you can tell, I'm been scavenged of every body part and panel on this car. So I am missing a few crucial pieces. Rear bumper, the interior is together. You know, ignore the airbag explosion, that's irrelevant. But I was missing the center console piece. I went ahead and got that in there already. I actually had something like that laying around. But in regards to the car, she does run and she does drive as well. Now, with the motor, whenever I bought it off the guy, the chassis has about 150,000 miles on it. But with the motor, it was actually a replaced motor. And I actually have the paperwork from the guy I bought it from. This motor has just about 50,000 miles on it. So I know it looks like it has 250,000 miles on it, but I have the paperwork to prove that this is a 50,000 mile motor. Now, I know you think it doesn't start, and you also think I am missing quite a lot of pieces. You would be correct, but I do have that solution. Let's take a look. Now, in the back of my work van here, you may find it hard to believe that I have actually found the solution to my missing pieces of my vehicle. If we take a gander here. Yes. Let's take a look at what Santa brought us. And if you take a look in the back of my work van here, we've got some parts. Yes, yes, yes. So I actually found a guy parting out a 350Z with the same color code and with the same pieces that I would need. Right when he posted it, I mean, we're talking 3 hours after posting, I found him online, scavenging marketplace for the past 2 weeks. I got that car, like I said, about 3 weeks ago-ish at this point, and been kind of putting it on the back burner since I had that black one, the black 37 sedan. But since that's gone, I can now focus on another project. So I was scavenging Marketplace, and we've got headlights, we've got bumper, front bumper, fender, we've got everything here. So let me get this all pulled out here and I'll show you what we got. Now, if you take a look here, I've got both the headlights, front bumper, fender. Intake, I didn't need that, but it was there. I also got tail lights and the rear bumper with the little markers inside of it and whatever other little things that are up inside the trunk. Now, I was able to get all of these pieces for a surprising $370, which when it comes to looking for Marketplace finds of Z parts and such, I thought was a very good deal. Now, clearly, you know, the bumper isn't in the best condition, and, you know, some things are a little dirty. Paint is faded on the front bumper as well. But I mean, baby, we're driving a race car here, baby. You know, we're not too worried about a little bit of faded paint here, you know. So now the problem is with my 350Z. This car used to be a track car. So when it was crashed, right here, as you can see along the frame rails of the vehicle, this tubed front end was put on. So they had actually cut this front end off to go ahead and put this tube piece on. So I am looking to get the front clip, which I do have that lined up, but the thing is, I have to figure out how in the hell I'm going to weld a new front frame rail back onto here. I will do that, but for now, what we're gonna focus on is just getting the rear end taken care of on this car. And I also have a clutch line coming in for this. So long story short, I actually did get this car running and driving in an operable condition. I know it doesn't look like that, but I had already gone ahead and changed out the coil packs, and I put spark plugs in here as well because the car would not start. And on top of that, when it would start with sprayed in brake cleaner starting fluid, it would run very rough. Well, I had already dove into the IPDM box over here and found that the fuel relay was actually covered in some gunk. The car sat outside, so it had a lot of gunk and dirt on it. I ended up cleaning that relay and got a priming fuel pump. So once I got the fuel figured out and I actually got it to turn over with its own fuel instead of spraying fucking starter fluid in it, well, I went ahead and threw in the coil packs and spark plugs, and that gone ahead and got the car running. Now, one of the mornings I was taking the car out up to a gas station to put some gas in. I have one about a mile away from me. I drove it up to that gas station, and on my way back, the clutch pedal went completely dead on me. As I'm looking at my feet to see what is going on, I look up into my perfectly esteemed windshield here, and I notice black smoke coming from the engine bay. Well, that is usually not a good sign. I get out of the car and I look into the crevice of the vehicle between the motor and the transmission and notice a large fireball down by the transmission. So my brand new Gatorade that I just bought from the gas station, I used that to go ahead and pour over the fire. And luckily I was in the middle of a street in the suburbia here, and took my Gatorade bottle and filled it up with a local neighbor's spigot and used that to put out the fire on the car. So when that happened, I found out that the clutch line had actually burst, and because of the heat from the vehicle, it started a fire. So I've barely even done anything to the car and I've already caught it on fire. I wish I would have got the fire on video, but it was just supposed to be a casual drive, which turned into a mega fireball. And also, I was having a big issue with the battery and the grounding cable. Now, like I said, when I was trying to start this car, I did also kill the starter in trying to start it. I already knew it was kind of sluggish, and you know, I had to tap it with the hammer a few times. So I went ahead and threw a starter in here. Well, unfortunately, when I put the starter in, I tightened it a little too much, where the little prong that, you know, you put that main little nut onto, it was actually touching the body of the actual starter, so the power cable was grounding onto the starter. Well, you know, that also killed my battery when I caught it on fire, but I've already sorted that out, so you don't have to worry about that kind of thing. Right now, the car starts and it will turn on as is, but we're gonna go ahead and start trying to get it a little prettier here, and I'm waiting on a clutch line to come in from the mailman here, and once that is here, we will get that thrown in, and then maybe we can take it on a test drive. So let's get to work here. Now, just to show all my naysayers that you wouldn't believe this car turns on. Yes, indeed it does turn on. Now, luckily we have almost every light on the dashboard that is on. So it is the perfect combination of Christmas tree, but it does indeed start. We have good gauges and oil pressure. I don't know how high that's supposed to be. I imagine maybe a little higher than 70 to 80 PSI on a startup. I'm not sure, but it starts. So we're gonna go ahead and get to working on the rear bumper here, but I just wanted to show you guys that, well, that doesn't work, but a lot of other things do work. So let's get started. Now, just in time, our mailman just delivered the replacement clutch line here. So I'm actually gonna switch gears real quick, get this car propped up, and then let's get this thrown on, because I've been waiting on this guy. Now, as you can see, under the car here, where it would be two hoses, this guy and this guy connect, they are no longer. And this is where said fire had gone. I don't know if this guy is still good. I hope it is, but we're gonna slap our new one on here and see if that gets things rolling. So let me figure that out. All right, guys, so I finally got this piece off, and this little nut at the top here had me ready to commit to things that would be irreversible, buddy. So with a regular 10, I couldn't do it. I ran to Harbor Freight and got these types of wrenches. They're like line wrenches. I don't know, but the normal 10 mil wrench felt like I was gonna strip it out. Went to Harbor Freight, got this, instantly got it off. So anyone that's doing this job, definitely recommend grabbing one of these wrenches here. Otherwise, you'll be sitting here ready to do the unspeakable like me. So, but we're off now. Let's get the new line up and start bleeding this thing out. And just like that, that girl is good to go, dude. So let's get it bled and then see if how we're moving. All right, so I believe with the clutch bled and I got the intake put back on and the battery connected back, I think we can pull the Z out and try and get that bumper on. I haven't moved it in a while, so we'll see how that goes. For now, let's back up the G, get a little cold start too. It hasn't started in a while, or I haven't turned it on in a while, so see how she's playing. And the battery's dead. So let me grab that battery real quick. All right, and we are back. Oh God, no power steering. Hold on. Yeah, no power steering, so that might be next on the block. But yeah, let's take her for a spin, see how she's feeling. guys, so we took it on a test drive. Everything's good. I just figured out to get the trunk open, so this is the first time I'm seeing anything in here. I got the taillight that I wanted to throw on. Let's get this try and put on here. Let's see if we could do the snap trick. Hold on, ready? All right. And yeah, just like that, for a snap of the fingers, you get to see the finished product. For me, was about 45 minutes of figuring out what the fuck is going on with this thing. I realized that the previous bumper still had some broken clips and things like that inside of it, so I spent a good portion of time yanking that shit out, but she is on. So I still have to hook up these lights because those were sheared off, and these lights because those were sheared off, and unfortunately those are the turn signals, I believe, but it is on. Look at that shit. Oh man, it's starting to look like a normal car again. I love it. So we'll see what I want to tackle here next. I may start to wrap it up here, but let me see what else I got. All right, guys, so looking at what I got left, I think I'm gonna call it from there. And if you could have tell already, I thought I got the same color code. It seems to be a shade different, so that is just fantastic. But at night, you won't even be able to tell. But for now, I think I'm gonna call it here because I'm gonna have to figure out how to address this and adding on to the frame going this way, because that whole front clip needs to come on here. So I'm gonna have to game plan that, but I think for now I'm happy with the progress. We got it running again, fixed the starter, put the intake on it as well, got the rear all set up, lights are working besides the turn signals, and from there I think I'm happy. I do got to go to work, so I'm gonna pack everything up right now, get it all put away, and then go ahead and get ready for work. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Trying my best here. I mean, I know I don't make videos that often. I'm just doing it for the hell of it, but figured I'd document my progress. If you guys like seeing this car or want to see more progress on the car, let me know in the comments. And if you have any questions, anything like that, let me know as well. But for now, I think I'm gonna call it there. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.